So, we got a top 10 list here, Top 10 best units in Dokkan list. Now, the goal here, it's not to crap on my units. It's to just obviously list top 10, and then describe why they are in their position. Now, I will say, right away, there are like 7 contenders for number 10. So, for example, you might have Broly. You might have Orange Piccolo. You might have Bulma. You might have Future Gohan. Might have the Gammas. Heck, might even throw in the TOP Blues. The EZA one. I feel like the 15 to 25 range, you could have SDR Vegito, Buhan, freaking Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There's a lot of units. The meta has been shifted quite a large amount just from this one unit that came out recently that gives a lot of defense for multiple turns. We'll get to them. They're obviously on here. Okay, so number 10. Let's waste no time. We have Orange Piccolo. Now, I didn't think he would be in the top... Damn advertisement. I didn't think he would be in the top 10 LRs, ever again, outside of his EZA and Super EZA. But, I mean, bro, 69%, he had 1.5 million defense, guard 20% damage reduction, getting 50% on Super, plus a 25 million attack stat. You tell me if that's good. He also has a full heal he can get. What else? Oh yeah, his active. His active gets rid of AoEs, healing, supers. That's the big one. He gets rid of supers. He is your safe option on every team he's on. He is crazy even still, I would say. Goku and Frieza, he can struggle. You do need the crits, but he'll hit a high enough attack stat that he can damage Goku and Frieza if you build him full crit. I would recommend a tiny bit of dodge. He does need to get hit up to 7 times for his heal, 5 times for his passive. But all in all, he gives key support. He's just silly. He is a silly unit. Even still. Coming out at number 9, we have... Okay, no. Not him. Where did I put... Oh, he was after. We have Gogeta at number 9. Now, Gogeta, he has quite a lot of tools. He has Rainbow Orb changing. You can stack his defense. He has guard the first couple of turns so that you can get away with getting in an extra cheeky little couple of stacks. His active, it's not great for a condition, but it's not bad. Just the first turn you get him, float him off, the next turn he's on, boom, active. 54% HP heal, twice as well. That's more than your total amount of health, actually. He has a 70% chance to dodge. He can get guaranteed crits. He's effective against all types. Has built-in additionals. One of them's a guaranteed super. One of them's a 70% chance to be a super. His second active is a damage taunt, which gives him guaranteed dodge. That is probably the single strongest active in the game. Outside of the fact it takes so long to get, that is the strongest effect an active can give in the entire game, including Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo, yes, he can remove AoEs, he can remove supers, he can remove heals. That's nice and all, but Gogeta can move every single hit to him, except for the AoEs, which means he himself guaranteed dodges the super, all of the normals, but the AoEs have to be tanked for the other units around. If you complain about his taunt mechanic, you have to complain about beasts. You have to complain about cell maxes, because they can't dodge. They have to eat the hits. All right, next one. Okay, no. Yes, Jiren. He's just big numbers, big defense, big damage reduction, lot of damage with Scouter. But the reason I have him so high here is the fact that if you get when you get his standby out, okay, that's a lot of vehicle that went by. When you get his standby out, you get just 5 orbs. He orb changes as well. It doesn't rainbow orb change, but he orb changes to like AGL key spheres. um, he himself can go slot 1 and be invincible. Like, no other unit in the game can do that. No other unit in the game can do that. Outside of like Tech UI Goku, takes longer to get out. Tech Merge Zamasu takes longer to get out. Jiren, just boom. It's either turn 3 or his turn 3, doesn't matter. He is invincible. He gives 2-turn support in slot 2. That, he's probably going to be, like, standby-wise, the second best aging unit on this list. Maybe even the best aging unit on this list. Yeah, let's get into number 7. That feels wrong. We have Blue Evolution Vegeta. Blue Evolution Vegeta, you can have 5, you can have 7, you can have him 6. It doesn't matter. As long as him and, like, AGLUI are, like, next to each other, it's fine. Blue Evolution Vegeta. Guaranteed crits on 24 key. Guaranteed additional attack that has a 77% chance to be a super. Guaranteed revive if he takes 7 hits. His active skill is an other, even though it technically should be a Key Blast. It's an other AoE that's all guaranteed crits. It does similar damage to AGLUI Goku's active, funnily enough. When you revive he just becomes, like, so stupid in the best way possible. He is ridiculous. His damage reduction, turn 1 in guard, is fantastic. He can go in slot 1 so easily. Now, after turn 1, he does become a slot 2 unit, but we have some units that can go in slot 1 and cover for Vegeta, so he can tank the hits in slot 2 and get his revive up. Because you're probably not getting his revive up in the first 3 turns. It just ain't happening. You can do it in the first 5, but not 3. Sorry. I just had to mention that. Some people act like it's the easiest thing in the world when it really genuinely isn't. But, yeah, Vegeta gives crit support to allies when he does supers for 2 turns as well on his 18 key in particular. His damage is crazy, his defense is crazy, he has high damage reduction, he can guard. When he gets his revive, if another ally revives, he gets a lot of stats as well. All in all, Vegeta, definitely a top 7 unit. Like, I feel like Jiren's solidified at 8, Gogeta's solidified at 9. For now, I could honestly... Oh yeah, by the way, when Gohan drops, he's probably going to be 1. I've seen gameplay. Broly struggles for Ki a lot. Gohan, he's just doing absurd amounts of damage while also being a tanky son of a gun. So, Broly is probably going to be like... I could see him either 3 or 5. Gohan, I think, is 1, though. Let's get to the next unit, not you. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious. I already mentioned him already. Whoa, hey! That was weird. But, yeah. UI Goku, mostly same thing as Vegeta. I found his revive to be slightly more consistent than Vegeta's. But he is just outright better turn 1 than Vegeta. It's not even close. Like, turn 1 performance matters a lot, and guaranteed dodge turn 1 is like the strongest thing right now. He has guaranteed dodge, guaranteed crit, same support, same crit support. Like, the revive I found to be slightly easier, like I said, I think I already mentioned that. 77% HP or below at any point, you just die. After turn 1, unlike Vegeta, you can just outright get away with AGL UI Goku in slot 1. But yeah, he'll take more damage than Vegeta from normals. But there's the exponential dodge chance ever increasing, where you dodge once, you get an 84% chance. You dodge again, 91, dodge again, 98, dodge again, 100% for that turn. One big issue with him is that once you fall below a certain amount of HP, he loses, I think it's 77% attack and defense. I think. Is that it? I've also found his active does pretty good damage as well. Like, I mean, UI Goku is UI Goku. Do I need to explain? He's got a great link set. One L for Vegeta, I guess you could say, is he doesn't have Super Saiyan, but they just did that on release so that they could make him link better with AGL UI Goku. Now, I'm sure you can guess who number 5 is, and this also feels very wrong. We have Tech UI Goku. Now, turn 1, he is not nearly as good as either of those other two right there. But here's the thing. You get him to turn 5, he still has the strongest thing we have ever seen. Which is counters and guaranteed dodge with crits, additional supers, and dodge support and dodge cancellation nullification. That is why I have him at number 5, plus his damage when you do get the crit counters, they're silly. They are hilariously dumb. Now, in base, I would outright call base UI, like, UI sign, I would call him elite. An elite option. Because 70% dodge, 50% damage reduction, then 15% damage reduction after getting hit with guard. Then this guy bumps up to 60% when transformed. Yeah, he's number 5. He also makes AGL UI Goku even better. That's why I had UI Goku above Blue Evolution Vegeta. Because he just makes him better, plus the current landscape of the game is also kind of in favor of Tech UI right now. But yeah, you can slide any of these guys in at 5 to 7, but for Tech UI, you have to either have him at number 5 or number 7. You can't have him at number 4. You can't. You actually can't. But AGL UI Goku, you could have him at number 5, you could have Blue Evolution at number 6, then vice versa, then Tech UI at 7, then Tech UI at 5, Blue Evolution Vegeta at 6, UI at 7, or vice versa. Same thing. I know I'm yapping, but hey, give an in-depth breakdown. Next unit, to not waste any further time. We have Tech Broly. Carnival Broly. Turn 1, Invincible, slot 1. Support in slot 2. Not quite invincible in slot 2. Now, when you transform in slot 1, he is almost invincible. When you use his active, I genuinely think he is outright invincible when you use his active and he's in slot 1 with the 76% damage reduction. The problem is that you have 5 turns of elite defense and then you lose that. Right? For you lose that for like crazy damage. But the problem is as well, for the first 3 turns, you're not doing damage. So you're lacking in you have 1 turn of him at his peak, pretty much. 76% damage reduction, guard, with the active up. I mean, he'll still take a lot of damage. He took like 300k from a Beast Super, but yeah. Broly, I don't have to explain too much about him. He's still incredible, but he's... I could see him being the worst of the 4 worldwide units, for sure. I could also see it being the Int Broly as well, because that Broly struggles for Ki quite badly, but I would definitely think that the Int Broly is probably going to be number 4 next time. Probably. Just simply for the fact that, well, I mean, Int Broly has a revive. And support for the first 4 turns. And is nigh invincible. And can use his active whenever you like, pretty much. That is why that Tech Broly is at number 4. Let's go to number 3. We have Cellmax. Cellmax is just a worse beast. If you're on a superheroes unit on rotation with him, well, then, he does a lot less damage. And 250% attack to be precise. You could say, oh, his restrictions. His restrictions are definitely, it can be challenging, but it's worth it because when you get this guy like fully built up, he's probably just outright better than Beast with like his restrictions fulfilled. And then his active as well is just outright better than Beast's outside of the obvious turn restriction being turn 4 or I believe turn 6. This is probably the most damaging unit in the game until Gohan drops. This guy's damage, he can shoot out like 50 million crit, followed by, like almost 40 million 3 times in a row. He can like quad or quintuple super. With 14 million defense, 30% damage reduction. So he's just outright better than Beast on his active turn. But outside of that, I don't know if I don't think he's on Beast's level with the 80% damage reduction and guard. Next one. It's pretty obvious who's next. We have at number 2 Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan has not fallen off at all. He hasn't. But in these newer fights, near the end, you're not having your intro up. But you will have the active up as soon as you take 1 hit. Then the next turn after you take that 1 hit, active up rest of the fight. But the problem with Beast, it's that he takes significant damage at the very end of fight, like these fights. Like Bulma and Goku and Frieza. Now, he's still slot 1 god. My phone just... Hold up. It deadass just full crashed. Alright, got a template. There we go. Yeah, Beast is still him. And then let's go to number 1. We have the Super Saiyans. Beast Gohan is great, but the Super Saiyans make 2023 units of, like, outright good again. Like, crazy again. The GT duo are back. The Boo duo are back. Orange Piccolo's reason on being here is because of them. Like, Future Gohan is also in contention for it because of them. Bulma's in contention for number 10 because of them. Broly's in contention for number 10 because of them. Like, they give defense. So they give 154% defense between the two of them, going non-stop throughout the turns. Non-stop, repeatedly. Turn after turn after turn, 154% defense. You pop their standby, you can one-shot Goku and Frieza if you get a crit, obviously. Or if you pop a Bulma active, you could one-shot Goku and Frieza because of effective against all types. I've seen it. Now, this unit has a problem. A couple problems. Turn 1, if they eat a super immediately, they can take significant damage. I doubt they're dying. They could, but that's if you have lower dupes. After you use the standby, after you use the standby, there is 1 turn vulnerability where you no longer have any stacks up for your defense, which obviously is very bad. But yeah, if you get 23 physical key spheres, by the way, you can get like 141% defensive support for 2 turns, plus the extra 77% defense from the other one. You can have like, what is that? 218% defensive support for 2 turns? That's quite stupid. It's quite dumb. I had these guys at 55% tank, a 3.5 million Gogeta Blue, type disadvantage super for double digits without attack lowering. I got 3 normals in a row. You can go and watch the showcase. That's my top 10. This is guaranteed to change after the units drop in roughly 29 hours. There we go. Let me know what you think, and, well, yeah, yapped. I'm a yipper yapper. Freaking yap and nap.